Let's just get started with one hand under the belly button, one hand on the chest, and we're gonna breathe in waves. So inhale in the belly, to the ribs, to the chest, and then exhale through the nose, chest, ribs, belly. You have your feet square under the shoulders, the knees are soft, and we just connect with our breath, like the main source of our vital life force energy, our chi. And we can do a little bit of a checkup as well. How do we feel on the emotional, on the mental, the physical levels? If we have any tensions, here's a chance to get rid of them through our breath. Every exhale helps us to relax our muscles and all types of tensions. Soft, deep, natural breath. One more. And relax the hands. Good. Now we're gonna knock on the door of life. So this is turning from the center, soft knees, the knees are bent, and we have a little bit of impulse from the knees. And we keep our head straight, look over the shoulder gently, and we can exhale through the mouth. It's like purging tensions, getting rid of energy we don't need. The arms are super soft, like ropes, just floating around us. And the backhand is tapping next to the door of life, located behind the belly button on the spine, center of our vitality. Keeping the head straight as if it's on the stick. Just kind of developing the spine, vertebra per vertebra, like this. And now we're gonna go under the collarbone, tapping at the entry points of the long meridians, activating this form of energy for our immune system, respiratory system. Soft fist under the collarbone in this little depression we have there. And then we go up over the shoulder, cupping the hand. And here we also release tensions of all kinds, just accumulating themselves. Still breathing out through the mouth. Softening the trapezius muscles. And then we come back to the chest. Well, under the collarbone. And then back to the waist. To our belt, chi belt meridian. And we're gonna just go through the yin phase of this exercise. The same movements, but we keep the hands floating in the air around us, softly like this. And we connect with our sense perceptions, connecting with colors, shapes around us. We don't need to put any labels to whatever we see. Connecting with our tactile senses. How does the air feel on the skin, on the hands? How do the clothes feel? How does the earth feel under our feet? The sounds, the smells. Just bringing our awareness into the present moment. And then just come back to the center and relax. Good. Now we're going to open our legs and we're going to get into this position where we want to have like a comfortable space that will allow us to bend the knees. So we bend both knees and we're going to do the phoenix rising. So it's like crossing like this, crossing it over, and we raise the leg and then we come to the sides like this. So now I'm just bending both knees, crossing the arms in front of the heart, raising the legs. So there's this pumping effect. Inhale and exhale down. And we cross the other way. The other wrist in front and down. And we try to keep our balance. And take a comfortable spacing between your feet. You don't have to stretch as much as I do. Just listen to your body every time you practice. It can be different every day. It's important that we pay attention to it and our natural limits. Not forcing anything. Take one more on this side. And down. And now we're just going to turn around so you can push on this knee, turn, and I'm going to put myself like this. So again, finding a nice comfortable position, bending both knees. Try not to pass the front knee too much from the heel. And then raise, extend, and down. Exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. And down. Pumping through the legs. Let's take one more again. Inhale, exhale down. And again, we can push on this leg to come back to the center. We go back to our standard position. That's the feet under the shoulders. And now we're just going to do a little stretch for the meridian. So what we do is like we put the back of the hand on the door of life, located behind the navel. The knees are bent, and we're going to start like this with our hand in front of the heart, and we're going to turn, keeping the knees bent. So we're turning from the center, turning, looking over the shoulder, pointing down with the thumb, so you can get a good stretch in the arm, inside of the arm. Then we gather energy from the sky. And we go and look over the other shoulder. Coming back to the center. And we just press down the energy. Down to the belly. And we change arms simply. So here is going to be our inhale. I'm going to do it from the front now. Inhale in front of the heart. Exhale in the twist, in the stretch. Thumb down. gathering energy. Inhale. And exhale. Down. Inhale at the heart center. Exhale, twists. Inhale, gather energy. And back, inhale to the center. Exhale, down. So it's a grand total of 2 breath cycles, yeah? Exhale, down. Perfect. One more to each side. Exhale. Inhale, gather. Exhale, out. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. I said 2 breaths. I think it's 3, but nobody's going to count anyway. Perfect. Coming back to the center. Relax the arms. Now we're going to do a little bit for our neck. So we do this stretch, the dragon looking at its tail. So we have like both hands like this facing us. We're looking on this side. And now we're going to stretch the tail. So the fingers are stretching. And then we push our hand. At the same time, we're going to look over the other shoulder. So try to keep the head straight. We're not going to bend the neck. Coming back, head straight, look into the hands, and then we exhale. The front hand doesn't really do much. It's just like rotating, facing our look, and then just pushing with this back hand, yeah, at the level of the shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. And we're still exhaling through the nose. Exhale, stretch. And this time we keep the stretch, so we're going to breathe on this side, keeping again the head straight. Breathing. And now we're going to get down with the 45 degrees, like this, yeah? And still stretching on that side. Couple of deep breaths here. And relax, come to the center. And we start on the other side. So now we go on the left side. Exhale, turn to the right. Keeping the fingers open. Stretching its tail. The dragon, yeah? Slowly exhale, push. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, push. Last one, inhale, exhale, and we keep the stretch. Exhale, you can open the fingers a little bit more. And now we lower the arm like 45 degrees, keeping the head on the same side, looking at the right hand side, and breathing here. And come back to the center. Relax the arms. Good. A little bit of more stretch for the shoulders this time. So we're still going to have the same concept of looking into the hand. This time the hand is just going to drop down, and we have a little of weight shift, and we go the other side. So we turn, weight shift, look into the hand, drop the arms super softly, and then look over the other shoulder. It's called a silkworm. So here we mobilize the shoulder as well, and still working on a good stretch for the neck. So the hand is facing out, the palm is facing outside, and we turn the other way. Now we look into the palm and we just drop it. Great. One more to this side. Slowly. And now we go on the other side. So we're going to raise the left hand, drop it, look over to the right, shift the weight. So the weight shift helps us to have something more smooth, more natural moving. Yeah? Couple more, dropping the arm. Good. And now we do both sides. So we're going to start again on the right hand side. Raise the hand, shift the weight, the other side, as soon as you move, you just raise the other arm. So it's just like a flowing movement like this with the weight shifts. Passing the weight from one leg to the other, slowly. And relax the shoulder. Like really put your attention into not getting any form of tension in these shoulders, that we're raising the arm, soft shoulder, soft neck. Great. Perfect. And come back to the center. Relax the arms. Little bit of soft massage. It's the evening here, so we're going to do this massage where we're going to warm the hands. And now we're going to inhale. Join the hands, and then we're just going to pour the hands down from the crown of the head through the occiput, the base of the skull, the neck, the throat center, sternum, passing here, ribs, we go down, 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 the back of the legs, circle the feet. We bend the knees here, of course, we're not looking for a stretch, and then back up and repeat. So inhaling and exhaling down, brush the back of the head, base of the skull, neck, throat center, sternum, ribs, lumbar area, back of the legs are bent, the inside of the legs. And again, inhaling and exhaling down. And up. And relax. And we're just going to shake things up a little bit. So we jump into the heels, keeping in contact with the front of the foot. Just want to create some vibrations. inside the bones in the legs, the spine. The arms are super soft, super relaxed. We keep the spine straight. And we can exhale with the sound ah. Ah. Like emotional release, emotional cleansing. Inhale. One more. And then slowly we're going to come to a halt. And here I just want you to close your eyes for a few seconds, a few breaths. The arms are hanging on the side, super relaxed. Everything is relaxed. And just observe how you feel. Great. So now we're just going to let this wonderful vital energy move through us with flows. So we're going to start here with like Buddha holding up the earth. So it's the same breathing pattern we did at the start. We're going to raise the air from the belly to the ribs, to the chest, and we go on with the hands. Turn them facing the sky and then down, simply. So here we will inhale and exhale through the nose. So here inhaling. Inhale to the top of the inhale, and then we make a little break, a little pause in the breath, and then down. Like the little pause in the breath is like the lull of the wave. Same thing down here, bending the knees slightly, and again. And down. And we try to go as slow as we can without forcing anything, without forcing the breath, without forcing any movements. We keep the whole speed at the same level. There is no accelerations, there's no gravity. Down slowly. And again, let's do a couple more. Here we're like working with the energy of the metal elements. The metal element is like governing the lungs and the respiratory system, immune system, and the skin. So it's like the protective energy. Great. And here we just keep our hands in front of the dantian, of the lower abdomen. Like we hold like a ball of energy right here. And we can actually breathe through this ball. So we're going to play like a little bit of accordion, of chi accordion. We're going to inhale, closing in, and then exhale, open slightly like this. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose softly. And that was the end of our class. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. And we move the weight slowly, like through the feet. So we're like inhaling in the first part of the feet, exhaling in the heels. Slowly. like seaweed in the ocean. Exhale out. Good. And now we're going to go into another flow, which is embracing the tiger, returning to the mountain. So we start with the same ball of energy in front of the dantian. And now we're going to open, and we're going to put the palms out. This is like the fountain movement. We roll up, and from here we push, bending the knees. Push, and then we circle around, gathering energy from the universe, returning to the mountain, and returning to this ball of chi. So we start here. So the trick is like we're going to inhale with this ball of chi, and then exhale, opening, inhaling, rolling up, exhaling, pushing. Inhale, all the way back to the chi ball. And again, out and up, out in front, circle around. Out, exhale, inhale, roll up, exhale, push, inhale, circle. Embrace the tiger. The tiger is our willpower, our yang energy, activity, ambition, and returning to the mountain, returning to the more yin, quiet, resting parts. So it's all about balance, all about harmonizing these different forms of energy. Out. Inhale up, rolling. Exhale in front. Inhale, circle. And ending again with our chi ball. We do 2 more. No rush. Exhale. Inhale, circle around for the last one. Good. And now we're going to finish with another flow, which is the prayer, like the Taoist prayer. So, flow. So, the Taoist prayer position, one hand in front of the heart. You don't have to raise the elbow too much. Just relax the shoulder and the elbow. The other hand is cupped under the belly button. It's like a flame, and this is like the body of the candle, yeah? And what we do here is we're going to switch the hands, or we're going to roll the hands, so they're going to cross each other at the level of their hearts. And we're going to circle them around like this, and then back down again. Back in the front, in the center line, the other hand raises, they cross in front of the heart. Now we like separate the sky and the earth, and we just roll like this. So here we inhale, and we're going to exhale down. Exhale, and inhale. Again, we keep our knees soft, spine straight. Circle, inhaling, exhale down, cross the wrists, separate the sky and the earth. Inhale. And we go slow, smooth. And we're going to do a couple more like this. Circle. Back to the prayer position. Crossing. That would be the last one. And we stay in this position for a few breaths. You can close your eyes. The hands are not touching the body. We're just stay a little away from the body. And now we're going to switch hands. So we're just simply going to release, circle the other way. So now my right arm is coming down. Sorry, my left arm is coming down. And we stay here for this position. A few breaths. And on the exhale, we're going to raise the lower hand, separate the sky and the earth, circle around, and then back. Raise the hands, cross the wrists, separate the sky and the earth. Inhale, and exhale down. Inhale, circle. Exhale down. Exhale down and cross slowly. Exhale down. Separate, circle, down, cross, exhaling and inhaling back in. And we do a couple more. Last one. Crossing, separate earth and sky, come back to the Taoist prayer position, and we stay here for a few breaths again. Close your eyes. Put your weight in the heels. Keep your knees bent. And just enjoy. Right. And now we're just going to gather the energy, drive it down to our reservoir, which is our lower dantian. Simply gathering energy from the sky and pulling down the heavens. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Two more. No rush. Last one. Down. And now we're going to keep the hands at the heart center. relaxing our elbows and shoulders, and we just like a candle in the wind. So our feet are well grounded, and the whole body is like the flame of the candle, with a long spine, crown of the head like pulled towards the sky by a cable. And we just let the body go wherever it wants to go, rocking and swaying. And again, we can do a little checkup. How do we feel now at the end of this session? We're not looking for anything, just enjoying whatever is. And we can say thank you to ourselves for taking this little moment of connection and relaxation. Working with our energy, full of fresh, revitalized energy for the rest of the evening, the rest of the day, wherever you are. And with this, thank you so much.